Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about two powerful forces that Napoleon Hill so passionately speaks about in his timeless work, Think and Grow Rich, Faith and Autosuggestion. These two principles are not just abstract concepts. They are the very foundation of personal achievement, the keys that unlock the door to success, happiness, and fulfillment. Before we dive into today's message, I invite you to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and share this channel with others who are on a journey toward success. Let's spread the power of positive thinking, personal growth, and transformation so we can all achieve the extraordinary in our lives. Now, let's get started. Faith is the starting point of all achievement because it is the foundation on which every dream and goal is built. Without faith, we are left with nothing more than wishful thinking, thoughts and desires that never come to fruition. Faith, however, is a powerful force that turns abstract ideas into tangible outcomes. It is the inner belief that you can achieve something even when the path forward seems unclear or the obstacles appear overwhelming. It is the certainty that, no matter the circumstances, success is within your grasp if you persist long enough and believe in your potential. When you have faith in yourself and your ability to succeed, you begin to move through life with a sense of purpose and direction. Your actions align with your beliefs, and every step you take becomes infused with determination. Faith is what gives you the courage to pursue big goals, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It helps you silence the doubts that arise in your mind and focuses your energy on what truly matters. Moreover, faith is not a passive quality. It demands action, for true faith is not merely believing in the possibility of success, it's actively working toward it, no matter the challenges. It's showing up, doing the work, and making progress, even on days when the results are not immediately visible. This kind of faith is not blind. It is deeply rooted in the knowledge that your efforts will eventually pay off. Faith also has the power to inspire others. When you display unwavering faith in your own vision, it becomes contagious. People are drawn to your energy and confidence, and they begin to believe in your goals as much as you do. This creates a positive ripple effect, where your faith becomes a motivating force for everyone around you. In the face of adversity, faith acts as the anchor that keeps you grounded. It is easy to lose hope when things get tough, but it is in these moments that faith becomes most critical. When you continue to believe in yourself and your goals, even when the journey seems uncertain, you are demonstrating resilience. This resilience is what ultimately leads to success. Faith gives you the power to weather the storms and keep moving forward, knowing that each challenge is simply a stepping stone to your ultimate achievement. In essence, faith is the energy that fuels perseverance, the spark that ignites action, and the unwavering belief that success is not just possible, but inevitable if you remain committed to your path. It is the first step toward realizing any goal and the ongoing force that propels you toward victory. Without it, there can be no achievement, because faith is the belief that everything you desire is already possible within you. Autosuggestion amplifies faith by acting as a powerful tool to reprogram your subconscious mind. It works by repetitively influencing the thoughts and beliefs you hold about yourself and your potential, reinforcing the faith that success is within your reach. When you practice autosuggestion, you are not simply thinking positively. You are deliberately planting seeds of belief in your subconscious mind, which, in turn, strengthens your faith. This process is like watering a garden. What you nourish with your thoughts and affirmations will eventually bloom into reality. The mind is a powerful instrument, but it requires direction. Autosuggestion is the method of giving your mind that direction. By repeating specific affirmations and focusing on your goals with conviction, you send clear messages to your subconscious. signaling what you want to achieve and the belief that it is already within your grasp. This daily reinforcement shifts the way you perceive yourself and your abilities. It creates a deep-rooted belief that success is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. The more you affirm your faith in your goals, the more your subconscious aligns with that belief, guiding your actions and decisions in ways that are consistent with success. What makes autosuggestion so effective is its ability to bypass the critical, logical filters of the conscious mind and speak directly to the subconscious, where lasting change occurs. The conscious mind is often filled with doubts, fears, and conflicting thoughts, but the subconscious operates without judgment. It accepts whatever information you provide and acts upon it. By filling the subconscious mind with positive affirmations about your capabilities, you eliminate negativity and self-doubt, replacing them with confidence and belief. Through consistent practice, autosuggestion reinforces the idea that you are capable, deserving, and worthy of achieving your goals. It eliminates limiting beliefs, those subconscious thoughts that have held you back, and replaces them with empowering beliefs. For example, when you constantly affirm that you are successful, you begin to internalize this belief and it becomes part of your identity. Over time, this belief in success naturally translates into actions that reflect the certainty you now hold in your heart. Additionally, the power of autosuggestion extends beyond mere thoughts. It influences your emotions, attitudes, and behaviors. When you tell yourself every day that you are confident, capable, and determined, these thoughts begin to resonate deeply within you. Your emotions start to align with this new reality, and your behavior shifts accordingly. You become more confident in taking risks, pursuing opportunities, and stepping out of your comfort zone because you have already ingrained in your mind that success is not only possible but guaranteed. The key to making autosuggestion work is consistency. It is not enough to affirm something once or twice and expect change. Just like any habit, autosuggestion requires repetition. The more often you repeat your affirmations, the more deeply ingrained they become in your subconscious, and the more they begin to shape your reality. With consistent practice, you will notice changes in your thoughts, your attitude, and most importantly, your results. What's remarkable is how quickly autosuggestion can begin to transform your life. When you amplify your faith through repetitive and intentional affirmations, the energy you project becomes magnetic. You start attracting circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with your beliefs. It's not magic, it's the power of your mind working in sync with your faith to bring about the conditions necessary for success. In essence, autosuggestion serves as the amplifier for your faith. It takes the initial spark of belief in your potential and fuels it with constant reinforcement, creating a powerful force that drives you toward achievement. By practicing autosuggestion daily, you are building an unshakable faith that propels you toward your dreams, helping you manifest the success you once thought was out of reach. Through this simple yet profound practice, you learn to shape your own destiny. Faith is the secret to overcoming fear because it provides a powerful counterforce to the paralyzing grip of fear that holds many of us back. Fear is a natural, human response to uncertainty and danger. It's something we all experience, whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. But what separates those who are able to rise above fear and achieve their goals from those who remain stuck in hesitation is faith. Faith acts as a shield, a protective barrier that blocks the negative influence of fear and enables us to move forward with confidence, courage, and determination. When you have faith, you believe that no matter what obstacles stand in your way, you will be able to handle them. You trust in your own abilities, in your capacity to learn, adapt, and grow. This belief in yourself, in your inner strength, and in the inevitability of success allows fear to become less overwhelming. Fear thrives on doubt, doubt about your worth, doubt about your abilities, doubt about the outcome of your efforts. But faith dispels these doubts. It instills in you the conviction that everything is going to work out, and that even if things don't go as planned, you have the resilience to handle any setback and keep moving forward. When fear arises, it often does so because we focus on what could go wrong. We imagine the worst-case scenarios, and our minds race with what-ifs. These imagined fears can be paralyzing, but faith redirects our focus. Instead of focusing on potential failure, faith shifts our attention to the belief that success is possible. Faith shifts our thinking from what if I fail to what if I succeed. It helps us understand that the outcome is not as important as the process and the effort we put forth. With faith, we embrace the journey, knowing that every step, no matter how challenging, is part of our growth. Faith also works by building a sense of inner security and peace. The more you believe in yourself, the less you are swayed by the opinions of others or by the fear of judgment. Many times, fear is rooted in the fear of what others will think or say. But when you have deep faith in your own purpose and vision, you no longer seek validation from the outside world. You become centered in your own truth, trusting that your actions are aligned with your highest potential. This inner security gives you the courage to move forward, even when others may doubt you, or when external circumstances seem unfavorable. It's important to recognize that faith does not mean the absence of fear. It means that despite fear, you choose to act. Faith allows you to acknowledge the fear, but not let it dictate your actions. Fear may still exist, but it no longer has the power to paralyze you. With faith, you take bold steps despite your fears, knowing that growth often lies just beyond the edge of discomfort. Faith empowers you to press on when fear whispers for you to stop. Moreover, faith has the power to reframe fear. When you face a fear-inducing situation, you can choose to see it through the lens of faith. Instead of seeing fear as a sign to retreat, faith helps you view fear as a challenge to overcome, a signal that you are on the path of growth. With faith, you learn to embrace challenges as opportunities, knowing that every experience, even the difficult ones, is a valuable lesson that brings you closer to your goals. Faith also creates momentum. The more you act in alignment with your faith, the more confident you become, and the more you realize that the things you once feared are not as powerful as you believed. Each time you face your fears with faith, you build resilience and strengthen your belief in your own capacity to handle adversity. This creates a positive feedback loop. As you overcome one fear, you gain more faith in your ability to conquer the next, and your fears gradually diminish. Additionally, faith nurtures patience. It helps you understand that fear may not disappear overnight, but as long as you persist with belief in your purpose and your capabilities, the fear will gradually lose its power. You learn to trust the process, trusting that every small step forward is progress, even when fear tries to convince you to quit. Faith teaches you that setbacks and obstacles are not failures, they are simply part of the journey. As you cultivate faith, you begin to trust that every challenge is a step toward greater growth and ultimate success. In essence, faith is the antidote to fear because it aligns your mindset with the belief that no matter what happens, you are equipped to handle it. Faith strengthens your resolve, enhances your resilience, and ultimately transforms fear from an enemy into an ally. It teaches you to move forward with courage, knowing that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the courage to act despite the fear. With faith, fear becomes nothing more than a temporary feeling. an obstacle that you can overcome with perseverance, belief, and the knowledge that success is already within your reach. Your thoughts shape your reality because they are the blueprint from which your life is constructed. Every experience, every moment of success, every challenge you encounter begins with a thought. Our thoughts are like seeds planted in the garden of our minds. The quality of those seeds, whether they are positive or negative, empowering or limiting, determines the quality of the life we create. This is not a vague or abstract concept, but a fundamental truth that governs the laws of personal achievement and growth. The thoughts you think consistently are the ones that ultimately manifest in your life. When you think positively, you focus your mind on possibilities, solutions, and opportunities. These thoughts breed a mindset of abundance, growth, and confidence. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones and setbacks as opportunities for growth. This mindset attracts circumstances, people, and situations that reflect those positive thoughts. In turn, you begin to take actions that are aligned with your positive thoughts, and these actions lead you toward success. The more you focus on success, the more your actions move you in that direction, and soon your reality is shaped by the belief that success is not only possible but inevitable. Conversely, when you focus on negative thoughts, doubts, and fears, your reality starts to mirror those thoughts. The more you ruminate on what could go wrong, what you lack, or the obstacles in your way, the more you become trapped in a cycle of limitation. Your mind begins to block opportunities because it is focused on the barriers, and you start to make decisions that align with those negative beliefs. You may avoid taking risks, hesitate to pursue new ventures, or even give up prematurely. Your reality then becomes a reflection of the fears and doubts that dominate your mind. This is the danger of letting negative thoughts govern your actions. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy where the more you focus on your limitations, the more your limitations become your reality. Our thoughts have the power to shape not only the physical outcomes in our lives, but also our emotions, behaviors, and relationships. If you think negatively about yourself, you'll feel inadequate, and your actions will reflect that insecurity. On the other hand, if you think highly of yourself and believe in your worth, you'll approach life with confidence, take action with purpose, and inspire others to see your value as well. Your thoughts influence how you see the world and how you interact with it, and this, in turn, shapes the experiences you have. What is truly powerful about the relationship between thoughts and reality is that we are not simply passive observers of our lives. We are active creators. By controlling our thoughts and consciously directing them toward our goals and aspirations, we take charge of the direction in which our lives are headed. Every great achievement begins with the thought that it is possible. Whether it's building a successful career, cultivating meaningful relationships, or achieving personal growth, everything starts with the thought that it can be done. When you cultivate the belief that what you desire is possible, you begin to act with purpose and intention, which sets into motion the events that will lead to the realization of your dreams. The mind is a powerful tool, but it must be used consciously. Many people let their thoughts run on autopilot, allowing fear, doubt, and negativity to dominate their mental landscape. But when you take the time to consciously direct your thoughts, when you choose to think thoughts of success, abundance, and possibility, you begin to shift the very fabric of your reality. It's not enough to merely think about what you want in life. You must truly believe in it, affirm it, and align your actions with the thoughts you wish to see manifest. One of the most profound ways that our thoughts shape our reality is through the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe that you are capable of achieving something, your actions and behaviors align with that belief. For instance, if you believe you are a successful entrepreneur, you will make decisions with confidence, pursue opportunities with vigor, and take calculated risks that are necessary to grow your business. On the other hand, if you believe that you are destined to fail, you may avoid opportunities, procrastinate, or sabotage your own efforts, thereby creating the very failure you fear. In this way, your thoughts create the blueprint for your actions, and your actions create the reality that reflects those thoughts. This is why positive thinking and self-belief are so crucial. They help you focus your energy on the right thoughts, the ones that will move you toward your goals. It's not about blind optimism or ignoring challenges. It's about focusing on solutions, seeing setbacks as temporary, and trusting that you have the ability to navigate any obstacle that comes your way. Your mind will then start to focus on solutions, ideas, and opportunities instead of problems, limitations, and roadblocks. Moreover, the thoughts we hold about others and the world around us shape our relationships and interactions. When we think positively about others, we create a positive environment that fosters collaboration, trust, and mutual respect. When we think negatively about others, we create a toxic environment that breeds conflict and misunderstanding. The way we perceive the world influences how the world responds to us. Therefore, shaping our thoughts toward positivity, kindness, and understanding doesn't just change our internal state, it also changes the way others respond to us and the opportunities we encounter. Ultimately, your thoughts are the most powerful force in shaping your life. They are the foundation on which your reality is built, the energy that drives your actions, and the key that unlocks your potential. By becoming aware of the thoughts you think and consciously choosing thoughts that empower, uplift, and inspire, you can begin to reshape your reality in alignment with your dreams. Whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are already shaping your life, but by taking control of them, you can consciously craft a reality that reflects your deepest desires and greatest potential. The power has always been in your mind, it's just waiting for you to harness it. Action follows belief because belief is the fuel that drives motion. Before any meaningful action can take place, there must first be a conviction in the mind, a belief that the action is worth taking, that it will lead to a result, that the goal is achievable. Without belief, actions are hesitant, inconsistent, and often ineffective. But when belief is strong and rooted deeply within, action becomes natural, powerful, and persistent. Every accomplishment in human history began with someone believing it could be done. Belief sets the mind in motion. It shapes how we think, how we feel, and most importantly, how we behave. When you believe in a goal, you pursue it with energy and focus. You make plans, you commit to the process, and you continue to act even in the face of difficulty. The belief creates a sense of certainty that carries you forward. It transforms what might seem impossible into something that is simply a matter of time, effort, and persistence. Belief also influences the quality and intensity of your actions. When you truly believe you are capable of achieving something, you don't just take random steps. You take bold, purposeful action. You become more resourceful, more willing to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and more committed to following through. Doubt, on the other hand, weakens action. It causes you to hesitate, to second, guess, and to pull back just when you should be pushing forward. This is why belief is so critical. It doesn't just precede action, it empowers it. Consider someone who wants to start a business. If they merely wish for success but secretly believe they're not capable, their actions will reflect that belief. They might procrastinate, avoid taking risks, or give up when things get tough. But if that same person believes with certainty that they are meant to succeed, that they have what it takes and that their vision is possible, their actions will be very different. They'll work longer, learn faster, and recover from setbacks more easily. Their belief becomes a magnet that attracts ideas, people, and circumstances to support their goal, and their actions follow with unwavering momentum. Belief is also what sustains action over time. In any worthwhile pursuit, there will be setbacks, failures, and moments of uncertainty. Without belief, these obstacles become excuses to quit. But when belief is solid, challenges are seen as temporary and even necessary. You keep going not because it's easy, but because you believe the end result is worth it. You push through the discomfort, stay disciplined, and maintain your vision. This perseverance is only possible when your actions are anchored in a strong belief. What's more, belief shapes identity. When you believe you are the kind of person who succeeds, your actions begin to reflect that identity. You begin to act like someone who is confident, committed, and focused. Over time, those consistent actions shape your reality. You become what you believe, and your life becomes a reflection of that inner certainty. This is why self-belief is one of the most powerful forces you can develop. When you believe in yourself, you take ownership of your life. You stop waiting for permission or the perfect moment. You create your own momentum through decisive, purposeful action. Belief gives you direction. It tells you what to aim for, and action gives you progress. It moves you toward that goal. Even small beliefs create movement. If you believe you can improve by just 1% today, you're more likely to take that next step, read that chapter, make that call, or complete that workout. These small actions, repeated over time, lead to massive results. And each action you take in alignment with your belief strengthens that belief further. It becomes a cycle. Belief fuels action, and action reinforces belief. But belief doesn't just have to come from within. It can be cultivated. You can build belief through repetition, through autosuggestion, and by surrounding yourself with people who support and uplift you. The more you affirm your potential and visualize your success, the stronger your belief becomes. And as that belief grows, so does your willingness to act boldly and persistently. In the end, belief is the silent architect of your future, and action is the builder. Together, they form the bridge between dreams and reality. Without belief, you may never begin. Without action, you may never arrive. But when belief is strong, action is unstoppable. It becomes inevitable that you will move forward, learn, adapt, and ultimately succeed. That's the power of belief. It doesn't just inspire action, it makes it real. Faith and autosuggestion are not just philosophical ideas. They are the tangible tools you can use today to create the life you desire. Faith gives you the courage to believe in yourself, and autosuggestion ensures that your mind stays focused and aligned with your goals. Together, they form the unstoppable force that will propel you toward success. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So embrace faith, practice autosuggestion, and let your thoughts and actions shape the reality you deserve. Thank you